first and 10 at the 46. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On second down now, it's Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now on their opening drive of the Super Bowl. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
After the run by Jones, here's first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, got a hit. He caught it. Loose football. Thankfully, this is caught by the offense, so they will, in fact, hold on to the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
No score after one on EA Sports. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Back to throw. Elliott looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down. Looking to throw. Elliott. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. No! So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job of finding that penalty.
See from him on the big stage, obviously, and he's been so reliable all season long.
A big part of why they've gotten here to this game, but you have to wonder, will this haunt them later as the Super Bowl progresses?
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And then open down the middle of the field.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Oh, and now some space to operate. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he's brought down.
That's the way to get it going.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A chance for the first score this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop the throw. That is knocked away and incomplete with a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call.
And this is called. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. They want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Getting set to go again as we're looking at the back, heading onto the field again. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Elliott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he completes it to Tompkins. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll look to throw again. This one swung out here to Jones. He's got it out of the linesman down the field, takes it inside the 40.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Caught by Allen. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards to pick up there. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight as we get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. From the 6. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased. Doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Now a give, right side. Holiday. And he slips it past the 45 before being tackled. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. From the left side, it's complete. Inside the 15 before they drop it. Big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? Guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He hits the tight end. It's Davis. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll try the left side. Holiday. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. On third down, he'll drop to throw. It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try to hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep you on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Elliott. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. To throw on second down. Elliott. And he's got his big tight end over the middle. Complete.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Back to throw again. Oh, no, it's the football. And fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Elliott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I'm not sure about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Elliott. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back. Preferably a takeaway.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. They'll run on 1st down. Holiday. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's across the 40 for the extra yards to the 43. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's getting the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Gets past 1 man, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Just one final need to put a bow on this title bout. And the Lombardi Trophy is headed back to the Bayou. The New Orleans Saints, Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
Super Bowl champs, the Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.